Hi, my name is Kacper, and I'm here to talk about what it means to be perfect. Flowers grow under a perceived notion of being able to distribute themselves far and wide with their seeds. Humans grow under a perceived notion of similar success, wishing to see themselves or their ideas distributed amongst the farthest reaches of the earth. Humans can be considered flowers under controlled circumstances. The problem is, we don't live in a perfectly static world. The real world has no need for perfection, the unfortunate and unconscious objective of most humans. The definition of perfect is complex. It's a state without undesirable qualities, but also a state without faults. Can we really be without faults? That's a question that we can talk about while slowly disconnecting from reality at midnight. I strived for perfection when I was younger. As a 12-year-old, I placed more stress on myself than at any other time. From the desire to achieve the best grades in a system designed to cripple creativity and reward monotonic studying, to caring too much about what others thought of me in terms of my opinions, style, and behavior. As a preteen, the school system wasn't the only thing that put me down, but the judging behavior of others instigated a rush of feelings making me believe I wasn't good enough, fit enough, or smart enough. The desire to be perfect inclines oneself to become anxious at all times. It creates a placebo effect of obsessiveness and overthinking. Did I do this? And am I doing this right? The state can soon enough lead to madness. I overcame that short period of perfectionism soon after becoming aware that I was more anxious, less social, and ostracizing myself from everyone and everything. Many of you might not realize you're perfectionists, and for many of you the symptoms of anxiety, overthinking, obsessiveness, and even subtle paranoia, such as having a constant gut feeling of people talking behind your back, are so engraved in your mind, so much so that you believe it is normal. My realization and consequent solution to this natural idea of striving for perfection came about as a moment of re-enlightenment. You no longer see yourself the same in the mirror. Instead, you see a maniacal and crumbling individual whose only goal, until that very moment, was to be seen as perfect. The moment of realization that something is wrong can only be described as a moment of pure shock, followed by your own willingness to change. Once your best friend mentions the fact you're distant, light bulbs start to light up in your head. The sensations of failure go rampant, and at that very moment the decision to fight or flee overpowers every other emotion. I subsequently chose fight and made it out with barely a scratch. The philosopher P.J. Proudhon said, "An empty stomach knows no morality." Similarly, an obsessive perfectionist knows no boundary. No rules can stop them from continuing on their journey of destruction. Metaphorically, winter descends into their mind, the frostbite slowly eating away memories, connections, and friendships. Their state of mind deteriorates to a point of no return, a point at which most psychologists intervene. However, to reach this point, you'd have to ignore your instincts and embrace a fictional version of reality. It turned out I was good enough, becoming my own person after abandoning trying to impress others. I also became fit enough after I started working out and going to the gym. I also became smart enough after I started to focus on more important subjects, such as writing, reading, and science. The debilitating nature of pretending to be perfect perforates our society and destroys individuals. Why should we cave into the desire to be perfect for everyone? We should instead focus on being ourselves, embracing our faults, and fighting each day as it approaches. Thank you for listening.